Okay, now it's working. My Zoom wasn't working before, I don't know why. But yeah, look at these. These two young men who sacrificed. Okay, so that's a bronze statue of the men who sacrificed. Stay with me, Ginger. Sorry guys, I'm bouncing around because I gotta get a hold of Ginger here. But yeah, so this is it. This beautiful, beautiful work of art in honor of the men who sacrificed their lives here. And it's just so beautiful. I mean, look at the sun as it shines through those columns and it glistens in the background. And it shows these men, okay, with the wreath. And by the way, those are fresh flowers, okay? Every day, fresh flowers that the superintendent here makes sure is always provided for our fallen, okay? And then the bronze statues of these young men, okay? With their boots, with their pants, they're shirtless, but it's showing also, if you look closely, at their dog tags. Okay, so all of us who have been in the military, we've had dog tags, and it's showing right there, these gentlemen with their dog tags. Amazing. So hopefully, all of you that are watching, okay, watching me here, and following me along with Ginger in our travels, you could see that this is an amazing, amazing place. And look, guys, they allowed me to come in. There's nobody here. Nobody. And they were about to close. They weren't even going to let me in. But as soon as I identified myself as a disabled veteran, the assistant superintendent authorized for me to come in. So the guards, the Italian security police allowed me to come in. And then I met with the superintendent who gave me a whole history of all of this. So, and we're in, and obviously I'll post that so you guys can see that too. But and then I heard taps. You know, he was telling me the story, and then all of a sudden, I think it must have been like 4:30. I think that's about the time that I started hearing taps, and I just broke down. I just couldn't take it. I just broke down. I had to put it on pause because it was so emotional for me. Because anybody in the military who's ever had to attend some soldiers or airmen or Navy or Coast Guard, any type of those military types of funeral, and they play taps, it's just heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking. So I just broke down. I'm sorry, but I'm not apologizing. It was just me. I just felt it. So yeah, you come here and you're walking on hollow grounds and so beautiful columns. Look at the light. Look at the architecture. Look at the beautiful design that went into making this. Now, I've never been to Normandy, and maybe I'm gonna have to go on now on this trip and go to Normandy because everybody talks about it. But and I know it's an honoring of those men also out there, but this is something that nobody knows about it, and it's just so immaculate and so well clean and kept. I mean, the floors are super clean, because I'm sure they sweep them every day. And look at the lawns. I mean, just look at the lawn. So yeah, it's an amazing. Look at all those beautiful trees, and everything was organized and designed to to bring out the best of the best, in memory and remembrance of all our fallen soldiers. So yeah, so you have to come here, guys. It is a must. This is like I said, a must on your to-do list to come to Italy. Yes, Italy, and you've been seeing my videos of so much beautiful stuff and art and the Roman Empire everywhere you go, because I'm driving in a car. Everywhere I drive, it's just the remnants of the Roman Empire. But this is different, Anzio is different. Oh, and by the way, there is a movie, I think with Robert Mitchum, okay, and the guy who played Columbo, I forget his name, but the show Columbo. Those two actors are in that movie. It's called Anzio, and I think you should watch it because it shows also a little bit about the history of what happened in that movie. And I think I'm going to watch it today because I want I want to go back, you know. I want to put myself in the shoes of those young men who were here. And like I said, anybody who's been in combat or military, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to deal with. And then obviously if you've lost comrades or in so many wars that we've had. I mean, I'm 66 years old, and I remember, you know, the Vietnam War being played out on ABC and TV with Walter Cronkite, you know. So there's so much going, you know, so much that has gone on, you know, with so many different wars. And but this is really a tribute and a monument to those men who gave their lives so all of us can have our freedom. And I think we should never forget that, okay? That freedom is not free, okay? Freedom is not free. And it should not be taken away. Remember, these men took an oath, just like I did when I joined the military. I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. All right? And that's what we are. We're a democratic country, okay? Not a dictatorship, because that's what we fought against. That's what all these men and women paid the price. So we should not revert. We should never revert to going back to a dictatorship. All right, so maybe I think my Zoom is working. Let me see if I can zoom in on this young man right here. Okay, so I see his name, John A. Delia, and he was a private. January 28th, 1944. January 28th is when he died, of the year 1944. So there it is, his tombstone. Okay, and he's from New York. I grew up in New York, okay? New York City. This guy's probably from New York City too. All right, so he was a private of the 30th Infantry, 3rd Division. So anybody who's in the Army, you know your Army stuff. I don't, I'm Air Force. But yeah, so it's right there on his tombstone, on this cross. John A. Delia, private, 30th Infantry, 3rd Division, from New York. And he was killed in action on January 28th, 1944. Right, so yeah. It's the ultimate sacrifice that these young men paid. And look at that. Look at all the trees. Like I tell you, look at the design that went to creating this, you know, spiritual. It's spiritual. That's what it is. You know, it's very spiritual. It's a spiritual, you know, it's, wow. It's, you're at peace. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. And it's quiet. I can hear you just hear the little birds, but it's quiet. Okay, just Ginger pulling me along here. Ginger, tranquila. Aspetta. Wait. Okay, yeah, so it's an amazing, this was an amazing experience for me coming back. Like I said, I was here in 2009. It looks exactly the same. You know, I'm sure it looked the same back in 1944 as it did now. Well, maybe not, because I'm sure those trees, you know, were not. They told me, Ray, take all the time you want. Just walk around, you know. And I don't know if they get many veterans or disabled veterans or Americans that come here, but yeah, they opened. They gave me the keys. I'm sorry, that's not a proper phrase. They allowed me to come in to this sacred memorial for the United States veterans of World War II. All right, so we're coming into the visitor center. I'm going to pick up my material, and then we're going to head off. Look at that beautiful garden over there. Yeah, so here's the dust. Okay, it's nice and warm in here, by the way.